And so it really made me think about stuff versus experiences.
We will shout it from the rooftops to anybody that will listen that this is really what life is all about. Hey, we're the Phelan family. I'm Sandy. This is Skylar, Nixon, Ryder.
And I'm Jimmy, and we are officially called Trying Something New. Unofficially, we don't have a name for our bus. We've been in this thing for 7 years, so I think it's about time that we get to naming it. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Yes. So welcome to my kitchen. This is a 1999 Winnebago. So as soon as we got it, we remodeled the entire thing because it was super old and looked like Grandma and Grandpa's house. So instantly we knew we wanted to do a beachy theme. We wanted it light and bright. So we replaced all the countertops and tables with remnant pieces that we found at a counter shop here. And it just totally brightened up the entire kitchen, which we absolutely loved. We also redid all the cabinets. They were brown, dark brown. So we made everything white to match the whole light and bright theme. And yeah, it's a small kitchen, but it pretty much has everything that we can need. It's got a 3-burner stove, oven, microwave, double-sided sink. We were at Lowe's and we saw the sticker backsplash, which is, you always have to worry about weight in an RV. And so that eliminated that whole issue. And Jimmy did it in, I don't know, about 15 minutes. And the whole thing, it's been there for 7 years. So it's really durable and it's held up. All right, one of the most important things for air circulation in the RV is the fan right here. Because when you're cooking, when there's lots of smells going on, whatever, you want to suck that right out. And it's just really good to circulate the air within the whole living space. Another thing that is really cool is under these benches right here, that entire thing is storage. And I think every house RV has this. It's junk drawers. We get to hide ours under here. They are super maxed out right now. They need to be gone through. If you haven't heard of these, they sell them at Camping World, I think. These are amazing because they're hidden and it's just additional space that you usually don't have in an RV. This actually seats all 5 of us. We have a bench right here that we pull out and someone sits on the end and we're all good to go. There is very limited space, but somehow we've made it work for the past 7 years. All these 3 cabinets right here are all for food, which we can actually pack a lot in there. This is just for all dishes and glasses, whatnot. There's all spices and vitamins and whatever else we keep in there. And back here we have a pull-out pantry, which actually stores a ton. So we can go to Costco, we can do some big shopping trips, and we have enough space to put it. So something that is really special to us, which is this entire RV, we really customized it to our family and wanted to feel super personal. And so since the kids were little, everywhere we go, we try to get a little memento from it, whether it's a sticker or a little plaque, little surfboards, license plates. We love to look at this memory wall right here and remember all the places that we've been. Another way that we love to personalize the RV is we had an airbrush artist come in and do a ton of artwork around the RV. So another thing we did was we have chalkboard paint over here on the entry, and we used chalk magic markers and just sort of tagged it all up, made it super fun. We love the kids to be able to draw on it. But we had everybody grab a marker when they came into our RV, our guests in the RV, and had them write their name there and have their little signature. So we have it as a memory. So of course we had to customize the fridge doors. We did the chalkboard paint again. And then this is, we didn't know that the chalk markers don't really come off. And so we've kept on here what we put here 7 years ago, which is our maiden voyage from Las Vegas to Washington State. And so each kid, they were super young at the time, had their own little piece on here of what they did. And it's just become so special to us that we're just not going to paint over it. And it definitely has its wear and tear from 7 years ago, but I think that makes it even more special. Probably the question we get asked the most is, why did we do this? Why did we sell it all, get rid of the house, and move into 350 square feet with 3 kids? Well, the biggest thing for us was our kids were in school, we were in the house, we had our film business, and we were just bored as heck, wondering, like, is everybody feeling this and no one's talking about it? It felt like the elephant in the room of, where's the sense of adventure? Where is like the zest of life and experiencing cool things with your kids? And it just became the daily grind and the hamster wheel. And for us, we were kind of just fed up and said, well, okay, what are we gonna do? Like, what's next? Like, our kids were pretty young at the time. They were like 3, 6, and 7. And we pulled them out of school. And we heard about world schooling and road schooling, and we just sort of said, you know what? We have no idea what the future holds. There is no guarantees on anything. Are we gonna love it, hate it? We just did it. We're all about trying something new, down to the bones. And so for us, it was just go all in. There's no testers, there's no anything. It was just, all right, let's buy an RV. We bought an old RV, paid cash, knew we were gonna remodel it and make it super homey, and pulled our kids out of school, and that was it. We moved, we sold it all, literally, like gave it all away. Like, take all the stuff that we thought we couldn't live without, all the stuff in the cabinets and all the nonsense that, you know, you just spend years and years accumulating, and then just got rid of it all. And it was the most freeing thing we have ever done.
I went to work every day for 10 years and made, you know, a good amount of money, and then we bought stuff that we thought we needed. And then at the end of that 10 years, when we decided to move into the RV, we sold everything that we had worked 10 years for at a garage sale for pennies on the dollar. So then I started thinking, I'm like, all that work, all that time, all that effort, energy I put into that, I just gave it away at a garage sale for nothing. And so it really made me think about stuff versus experiences, and that's what we're all about.
We will shout it from the rooftops to anybody that will listen that this is really what life is all about. Not necessarily moving into an RV, but really life is all about the experiences and the adventure and living every day to the fullest.
All right, here we have the living room right here. This is where we do a lot of living. So this space used to be brown, nasty, ugly tapestry upholstery. We took this stuff down to an upholstery shop. I unbolted everything, the chairs, the couch, the captain seats, took it down to a upholstery shop, had it all redone and brought it back, and it just totally changed the space in here. We love grays. We got light gray, dark gray, multicolored gray up here. They even redid the dash. A lot of that is spray paint. So you can do a lot of stuff with these RVs and make them look brand new again. Now we do homeschool the kids. We call it unschooling, homeschooling, road schooling, world schooling, whatever you call it. So each one of these is kind of dedicated to a kid. We have 3 cabinets up here and we have 3 kids. And for the first 5 years that we lived in this RV up here, this was my office, studio, editing bay right here. We are full-time content creators. So I would sit up here for hours and hours and hours and hours. I sat up here so long that I have pretty much ruined this seat right here. But about a year ago, we realized, oh my gosh, we have this unused space right here. It was a bookshelf. So we went down to IKEA. It fit in here perfectly, this desk, to the millimeter. So we got it, put it in, and now this is where I get to sit and look like a professional and do all my editing for our YouTube channel and social media, TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff. Something that we're really proud of right here is our silver play button. This is for 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is pretty cool. We're very proud of that. We've skyrocketed past this since then, but I don't know, this will hold a special place in your heart all the time because it takes so long to get there. So keep trying. Even if you're not there yet, keep trying because it does happen. One of the biggest questions that we get all the time is, where do you guys sleep? So this is where me and Sandi have kind of slept for the past 7 years. It's kind of funny because this is a pull-out hide-to-bed couch. When you pull it out, it ends up being, I call it a queen. Sandi laughs at me all the time. It's really a big twin. I'm 6'1", the bed's about 6'2", so it's perfect amount of room for me sleeping on the bed and Sandi. All right, and one thing that we wanted to do, obviously, when we got this thing, it's a 1999 Winnebago. It had a huge 400-pound tube TV sitting up here. That thing scared me, actually, when I was driving down the road. So we ripped it out and put this little tiny 40-inch flat screen in here that weighs about a pound. I was having a really hard time when we were driving down the road. We do a lot of driving. I put about 40,000 miles on this thing right here. I'm very proud of that fact. But while we were driving down the road, the kids would be watching movies and the sound is just blaring out of the bottom of the TV. They can't hear it and I'm going deaf. So what I did over here, I went in here and I put in a regular home surround sound system. So we got the DVD player in there that's hooked up to the TVs. I ran speaker wires around. I got a speaker here. I got a speaker here. I got a speaker here. And I got 2 more speakers over here. So I got the sound away from the front into the back. And we absolutely love this surround sound setup. there are pros and cons to this lifestyle. It's not like you just buy an RV and then all of a sudden you're just going to roll off into the sunset and everything's going to be
magically happy.
Yeah, we got an RV. The thing that happens with the kids is when you're in a sedentary life, they, develop friends that in their neighborhood and they stick with those friends forever. And then they might be the right friends, they might not be the right friends. So that's one thing that the kids don't have is a neighborhood lifestyle, but we have a global lifestyle. So we meet up with other families along the way and they become great friends with the families, and then they have kids, and then we all stay connected. And instead of being stuck in a neighborhood and in a community with the same neighbors and kids all the time, we travel with other families and we meet up along the way, and then everybody goes down to Florida, and then all of a sudden there's 75 kids that are hanging out for 3 months at a time. And then we'll go up north when it gets too hot, and then, we meet with another group of friends. So, it is a con that they don't have the neighborhood to grow up in, but it is a pro that they have a group and a network of friends that stretches across the United States.
And even the world, because we've traveled the world with the kids, and I call it like a spider web. Like, we're constantly meeting people all over, and it's just this big spider web of friends and connections. And so we stay in touch with people. I mean, social media just makes it so much easier.
So one of the pros, I think, to this lifestyle with us and our kids is they get to come to their own conclusions on their own about the way the world works and the way history is written. A perfect example is we went to the Smithsonian, amazing experience, 23 free museums, free to the public. We go inside and they tell the story of the American Indians, and they tell the story of the settlers that came. So you see both sides of the tale, and now when we're in school, we don't get fed one side of the tale. So a great story with that is after we left the Smithsonian, we went on this website called powwow.com. We found, I think it was the Comanche Indians were having their big powwow. We went there, and then we were integrated with them for a week and spent a week just really experiencing a real life tribal ceremonies and experiences, and it was one of the most epic things we've ever done. It brings tears to your eyes to think about what happened along the way, and the kids get to come to their own conclusions and see real life the history in action. I think that was just one of those moments for us that was just epic.
This is our family memory wall. This is all just family photos from throughout the years, even when the kids were babies. So, a lot of people think that RVs aren't homey or whatnot, and for us, we wanted to blast that and make it super homey. And so we do have all the family pictures on the wall, and we really maximize the space for, when the kids walk by, they see themselves when they're babies, and it just has that special feeling. And to finish up our memory wall, this whole line right here is from our travels around the world, because when we're not living in the RV full time, we are probably over in Southeast Asia, experiencing the beautiful culture over there. And then this closet right here is a lifesaver, because since there is 5 of us and we do like appliances and all of that, we store all of our air fryer, coffee maker, everything up there, and then socks and underwear and coats and stuff and laundry on the bottom. A lot of RVs have tiny sinks, tiny vanities, super small showers. We got really lucky because this actually has a bathtub. We have replaced it since the one that was original, but this one's even deeper. And so if the kids want to take a bathtub, they actually can. Something that I love about our shower is we have this thing called the shower gem, which there's not really anywhere to put all your toiletries in the shower, like the shampoos and conditioners. So this has made it super easy because it just sticks to the wall and you have slots for all your stuff, and it keeps it off the floor because I can't stand having all that stuff on the floor. And the vanity, we replaced it with a residential size. So we have a ton of counter space. And then Jimmy custom made a little piece in between the wall and the vanity so that we even have more. And there is plenty of space in there underneath and above for everything that you need in a bathroom. Now for the toilet in the RV, we wanted to make sure it was like a regular residential toilet. And so it's not one of those really small ones where you have to sit on the floor kind of feel. It's porcelain, and so we like it that it feels more like a home toilet.
All right, and here we come back into the kids' bedroom right here. This used to be our bedroom / their bedroom. There was a king-size bed back here back in the day, which came almost all the way out to right here. And we had a great time back here. We spent 4 years back here in the king-size bed. but it got to a point where we needed to do something different. So we looked at the space and thought, what could we do back here? And we decided to rip everything out. All of our storage was underneath here. And we put in some triple bunks right here. And these triple bunks have been amazing for our family. The kids get great places to sleep. They have their own space. They can decorate it how they want. A lot of people ask, like, did we buy this setup already made? How did we get it to fit? And we worked with a mattress company and they said, you can design any size mattress you want. So we measured out the space from here to the wall, from out here to the wall. And we sent them the specs on that space. They sent us back the mattresses, and then we built the bunk beds around the mattresses right here. And this is built from scratch in my head. It took a couple of days for me to figure it all out. And to give the kids a little bit of privacy in their own bunks, we designed this little system where they can be like on a rock star tour bus, and then come in here and close the curtains and have their little space in there. All the beds have LED lights on them, so they can have a little disco show in there if they want. And they put pictures all the way around, and they get free reign to do whatever they want in their space, paint the walls, and do all that fun stuff. This desk right here is the exact same desk that's out front. We threw a nice little throw rug in here to give the kids some little bit more flavor. Again, we had an airbrush artist come in, painted all the walls. They're kind of covered up by the beds right now. But yeah, this space is really cool for the kids to have, for them to come and get away and just hang out back here for a little bit.
Another huge question that we get asked is, how do we make money and how do we live this life on the road without working a 9-to-5 job? We've had a film company for the past 12 years. It was based out of Las Vegas. But as we started traveling around the world with our kids, we also started a YouTube channel. And with that YouTube channel, it was really just for our own documentation of our fun time. Since we're filmmakers, we made really cool videos. And that channel started gaining traction because of the lifestyle that we were living. But with that, our film business, I mean, it was amazing. That was all of our income. But for the past few years, we've transitioned that into becoming full-time content creators. We created online video courses teaching people how to do the same. But recently, we've turned everything that we've done into working with brands and really highlighting brands that we like to work with to our audience, because we love to share what we have learned along the way with our audience, which is now over 1 million, well over 1 million, which we are super proud to have people along this journey with us. And any information that we have learned along the way we can share is absolutely our mission in life right now, because we love showing people a different way to live.
Another thing too, if you want to be in this lifestyle, you really got to start thinking outside the box on how you can generate income and keep money coming in. It's not like a one-trick pony where, like, I'm going to go there and this is going to happen and then that's going to be. We have 7 or 8 streams of income coming in, and some are, you know, a couple $100s and some are a couple $1,000. But it's all these things that come in together that add up to the ability to be able to live this lifestyle. So you really got to think outside the box. If you want this, you can make it happen no matter what. But you got to commit and you got to go all in and you got to try something new.
Thank you guys so much for checking out our tiny home, our cool RV that was completely customized. And if you want to follow along on our journey, you can check us out on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok at Trying Something New, Something New.
And if you want to be a full-time content creator like us, we've created a course that shares our 12 years worth of knowledge, expertise, and skills to help you get your video game up a lot. It's called the Trying Something New Creator Course. And you can find a link down below.
And remember, whatever you do, get out there and what? Try something new! Woo! Woo!